Breach. Eric Torsten, or Breach, is the first initiator to be added in Valorant during the closed beta. Abilities. Aftershock. It equips a fusion charge which can be fired through a wall. It is a slow-acting burst and deals heavy damage to anyone caught in the area. Flashpoint. It equips a blinding charge. It can be fired through walls and blinds all players looking at it. Fault line. It is a seismic blast, and its range can be increased by holding it longer. It concusses everyone caught in the zone. If you're loving this video, please consider subscribing. Ultimate. Rolling Thunder. Breach's ult is a seismic charge which sends an earthquake in a large cone. The quake concusses and knocks back anyone caught in it. The knockback distance is 7 meters, and the concussion time is 6 seconds. Breach needs 9 points for his ult. Playstyle. Breach thrives in taking control of the battlefield through disorientation and disruption. His role is to create chaos, allowing his team to follow up with kills. His abilities, particularly Fault Line and Rolling Thunder, are designed to clear tight spaces and disrupt defensive setups, making him invaluable for team pushes and retakes. Strengths. Wide area control. Strong crowd control. Retake power. Weaknesses. High dependency on timing. Limited solo play. Best team compositions. Breach pairs well with Raze, Jett, Skye, and Omen. Breach excels when paired with aggressive duelists like Raze and Jett. His stuns and flashes allow these agents to dive into the action without worrying about being immediately shot. Skye can help heal teammates after chaotic fights, while Omen provides the necessary smokes to block vision and control the map during engagements or retakes. Best counters. Jett. Jett's Tailwind allows her to dodge Breach's crowd control and reposition quickly, rendering his stuns and flashes less effective. Astra. Astra's Gravity Well and Nebula can prevent Breach's team from capitalizing on his stuns by slowing them down or obstructing vision. Overall difficulty. Medium to high. Breach's abilities require strong teamwork and precise timing, which can be challenging to master. To fully utilize his kit, players must coordinate well with their team and understand the flow of the game. Fade. Hazel Eilitmetz, or Fade, is one of the newer initiators to be added in the game. She hails from Istanbul. Abilities. Prowler. It equips a Prowler which is sent forward to get intel on the enemies, much like Skye's dogs. The Prowler will chase the first enemy it sees, or even a terror trail. It nearsights that enemy on impact. Seize. It is a knot of raw fear, in Riot's terms, but basically it's a tether which holds nearby enemies in place and deafens them, tethering them to the same place while also decaying their health. Haunt. A better Sova dart. You can throw this and it reveals enemies in its line of sight, which also creates terror trails leading to them. You can send prowlers on these trails. Ultimate. Nightfall. Fade has a crazy ult which applies a lot of debuffs. Enemies caught in her big area ult are marked by terror trails, deafened, and decayed for 12 seconds. She needs 8 ult points. Playstyle. Fade is designed to hunt down enemies and expose their locations, making her the ultimate tracker. Her abilities revolve around gathering intelligence and using crowd control to trap and eliminate enemies. Fade excels in aggressive pushes, especially when paired with duelists who can capitalize on the enemy's disarray. Strengths. Information gathering. Aggressive crowd control. Ultimate synergy. Weaknesses. Requires aggressive team follow-up. Predictable. Best team compositions. Fade's information gathering abilities allow Raze and Phoenix to take aggressive engagements with confidence. Omen provides smokes for added cover during pushes, while Killjoy can lock down areas and provide additional defensive strength when needed. Best counters. KO. KO can suppress Fade's abilities, nullifying her recon and trapping abilities. Sova. Sova's recon bolt has longer range and can gather information without being intercepted as easily, allowing him to outplay Fade's recon efforts and expose her position before she can act. Overall difficulty. Medium. While Fade's abilities are straightforward to use, maximizing their value requires understanding how to time them and where enemies might be hiding. Coordinating with a fast-moving team is key to success. Gekko. Mateo Armendáriz de la Fuente, or Gekko, is the 6th and final initiator to be added to the game. He comes from the city of Los Angeles. Abilities. Mosh Pit. Gekko throws mosh like a grenade, and it duplicates across a large area and deals a small amount of damage over time. Wingman. Firing sends Wingman forward to seek enemies. Wingman fires a concussive blast towards the first enemy it sees. It can also plant or defuse spikes. However, to plant, Gekko needs to have the spike in its inventory. Dizzy. Firing sends Dizzy through the air, which in turn blinds everyone in its line of sight. Ultimate. Thrash. Gekko links his mind with Thrash and steers her through enemy territory. Lunging and exploding on an enemy detains that particular enemy for 6 seconds. Playstyle. Gekko's abilities give him a mix of initiation and support capabilities, making him a flexible pick for teams that need both aggressive engagement and utility support. His creatures provide unique utility, allowing for recon, flashes, and even post-plant assistance. Strengths. Post-plant utility. Utility recovery. Versatile kit. Weaknesses. High utility reliance. Telegraphed abilities. Best team compositions. Gekko's flexible utility complements duelists like Reyna and Phoenix, who thrive on aggressive pushes. Brimstone provides crucial smokes and post-plant support, while Skye adds healing and additional recon, creating a balanced team with a mix of offensive and defensive capabilities. Best counters. Killjoy. Killjoy's Nanoswarm and Turret can destroy Gekko's creatures before they become effective, especially in post-plant situations where Wingman or Mosh Pit might come into play. KO. KO can suppress Gekko's creatures, preventing them from activating. His suppression tool neutralizes Gekko's main source of utility, leaving him with fewer options to support his team. Overall difficulty. Medium. Gekko's utility management and creature recovery mechanics require good timing and map awareness. However, his versatility makes him accessible to players who can adapt to different roles in a team. KO. KO comes from an alternate timeline Earth and is the 4th initiator to be added in Valorant. Abilities. Fragment. KO fires an explosive fragment which sticks to the floor and explodes multiple times. Damage varies based on where the enemy is, with near-lethal damage at the center. Flash Drive. KO overhand throws a flash grenade which blinds everyone in line of sight, but beware, as it blinds after a short interval. 0 point. KO fires a suppression blade which sticks to the first surface it hits. Then it winds up and suppresses anyone in the radius of the explosion. However, this knife can be destroyed by enemies. Ultimate. Null Command. KO overloads himself with energy and starts sending pulses in a massive radius. Enemies hit with these pulses are suppressed for a short duration. While overloaded, KO gains combat stim and can be revived if he is downed. KO needs 8 points for his ult. Playstyle. KO focuses on disabling enemy abilities with his suppression. He's a strong pick against utility-heavy teams, as his suppression renders enemies unable to use their kits, giving his team a significant advantage during engagements. He can initiate fights, provide flashes for his team, and deal area damage with his fragment. Strengths. Suppression, strong duelist, revive potential. Weaknesses. Requires good team coordination, limited long-range utility. Best team compositions. KO's suppression sets up aggressive duelists like Jet and Raze to take quick fights without worrying about enemy utility. Omen provides smokes to facilitate pushes, while Sage offers healing and defensive utility. Best counters. Brimstone. Brimstone's long-lasting Skye smokes can block KO's 0-point suppression blade, preventing KO from hitting crucial targets. Phoenix. Phoenix can counter KO's aggression by using his self-healing abilities and flashes. Overall difficulty. Medium. KO is a versatile agent but relies heavily on coordination with his team to make the most of his suppression and flashes. His abilities are easy to understand but require timing and synergy to use effectively. Skye. Kira Foster, or Skye, hails from Australia and is the 3rd initiator to be added in the game. Abilities. Regrowth. Skye equips a healing trinket which can heal all allies in the range and line of sight. It can be used till her healing pool is depleted. However, Skye cannot heal herself. Trailblazer. Skye equips a Tasmanian tiger trinket which lets her take control of the predator. She can scout ahead and lunge, which gives the enemy concussion and directly damages them. Guiding Light. Skye equips a hawk trinket which she sends forward. She can also guide the hawk by holding fire. The hawk flashes anyone looking directly at it. Skye can also explode the hawk quickly after deploying to catch enemies off guard. Ultimate. Seekers. Skye equips her final trinket, the Seeker trinket. She sends out 3 Seekers to track 3 closest enemies. If a Seeker reaches the enemies, then it nearsights them and slows them. However, Seekers can be destroyed. Playstyle. Skye is the perfect blend of healer and initiator, excelling in supporting her team with healing and gathering information. Her kit allows her to heal teammates, reveal enemies, and flash opponents, making her an incredibly versatile pick. Strengths: healing support, recon and flashes, aggressive utility. Weaknesses: relies on team play, utility cooldowns. Best team compositions. Skye's healing and recon abilities complement aggressive duelists like Phoenix and Jet by enabling them to play more fearlessly. Brimstone provides crucial smokes for blocking vision, and Killjoy offers defensive control to hold sights after a successful take. Best counters. KO. KO's suppression can prevent Skye from using her healing and utility, significantly reducing her effectiveness. Jet. Jet's mobility allows her to quickly escape Skye's guiding light flashes, making it harder for Skye to land effective flashes on her. Overall difficulty: medium to high. Skye's healing and supportive playstyle require strong map awareness and good communication. Using her abilities effectively, particularly in clutch situations, can be challenging but rewarding. Sova. Alexander, Sasha, Novikov, or Sova was one of the first initiators to be added in Valorant. Abilities: Shock Bolt. Fires an arrow that releases a small explosion upon impact, dealing damage to anyone caught in the radius. You can charge the arrow for more distance and bounce it off walls up to twice. Recon Bolt shoots an arrow that scans for enemies in a line of sight and reveals them for a few seconds. Like the Shock Bolt, it can be bounced off walls to cover a wider area. Owl Drone deploys a flying drone you can control to scout the area ahead. The drone can tag enemies with a dart, which will track them for a few seconds, revealing their position. Hunter's Fury Ultimate fires 3 massive energy blasts in a straight line across the map, piercing through walls and damaging enemies caught in the beam. Each blast also reveals the enemies it hits for a short time, perfect for stopping diffusers or picking off enemies in hiding. Playstyle. Sova is the go-to agent for information gathering. His Recon Bolt and Owl Drone are unparalleled tools for scouting out enemy positions, giving his team a huge advantage in planning engagements. Sova excels at mid to long-range combat, where his abilities and weapons can shine. Strengths: recon and intel gathering, long-range utility, post-plant strength. Weaknesses: dependent on lineups, limited close-range utility. Best team compositions. Sova's recon abilities set up duelists like Raze and Jet for aggressive plays, allowing them to push confidently with the information he provides. Omen and Killjoy round out the team with smokes and defensive utility, making it harder for enemies to counter their aggressive strategies. Best counters. KO. KO's suppression prevents Sova from using his recon tools, minimizing his ability to gather information. Jet. Jet can dash or reposition quickly, avoiding Sova's Recon Bolt and Hunter's Fury. Overall difficulty: medium to high. Sova requires excellent map awareness and knowledge of ability lineups to maximize his impact on the game. While his abilities are straightforward, mastering them in a way that consistently benefits his team takes time and effort.